Welcome everyone. With the knowledge of place value and the basic idea of rules of rounding in the previous videos, we are going to see some word problems related to this today in this video. The distance between two bus terminals is 390 km. It takes the bus 4 hours to go from one terminal to another. Speed of the bus is about dash kilometer per hour. Right? So the question is asked is about the speed of kilometers, right? So we have to find the approximate value that is enough to answer the question. That means we can round the value that is given and find the closest answer to the speed. Okay, so speed is given by 390 by 4 hours, right? This is going to give you the speed distance by time. So we have to find the speed for 1 hour, right? So first we will approximate. So we are going to round the hundreds place. So we are going to check the tens value. It is more than 5. So we have to round up the hundreds value. It becomes 400. 400 by 4, which is equal to 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is going to be the answer. It's so quick, right? Okay, in a city there are 45,960 electric cars and 96,113 gas cars. Okay, there are about dash more gas cars than electric car. So again the word about indicates that we can just go for an estimated value. So we have to find how many more gas cars are there than the electric cars. Okay, so we can just go for a rounding of thousands again. 1000's place, that is 6. So we are going to check with the next digit, which is value is less than 5. So we are going to round it as 96,000. Okay, and I can round this 1000's place again. It has to be similar place values, then only we can just get the answers correctly. So whenever we are going to approximate two numbers, rounded two numbers, the digit selection has to be the same. So I'm checking the next digit, which is more than 5. So I'm going to round up the value. So it is going to be 46,000. Right? So the difference is going to be 50,000. That is, there is going to be 50,000 more gas cars than that of the electric cars. Okay. Okay. So now we will move the next example. Which one of the following numbers will not round to 400 when rounding to the nearest hundred? So we have to round the hundreds place. We have to round the hundreds place. That's the task. And when we are doing the rounding, the final answer should not be 400. Okay, when we round this 409, next digit is smaller, so it is getting rounded to 400, right? But in case of 345, we have to round the 3. So we are checking the next digit, which is 4 lesser than 5 value. So it is going to get rounded down to 300. In case of 445, value is lesser, so it is going to be rounded to 400. In case of 398, the value is more than 5, so it is going to get rounded up and it is going to be 400. So only the case where the number when rounded to the nearest place, nearest 100, it is not going to 400 is 345. It's a tricky question whenever we are asked to find not. Okay, what is 3.450 rounded to first decimal place? So in this question, what is the first decimal place? First decimal place is the number which is next to the first decimal, next to the decimal, right? So it is 4. We are going to round, checking the next digit, which is equal to 5. So the value get rounded up. Okay, so it's going to become 3.500, or we can just write 3.5 because the zeros don't get a value this. Okay. Next, Tyler says 753 rounds to 800. Alexis says 753 rounds to 750. Who is correct? Tyler, Alexis, both of them are right. It depends on whether you are rounding to the nearest 100 or 10. Neither of them are right. The third one we will check. Okay, third option. So 753. So if you are rounding the hundreds place, checking the tens place value, which is equal to 5, so it getting rounded up to 800. So what Taylor is telling is right. If suppose I am rounding the tens place, checking the value of ones, which is lesser than 5, so it is getting rounded down to 750. So what Alexis says also is right. So the answer is both of them are right. It depends on whether you are rounding to the nearest 100 or tens place. It's an exceptional question which helps you to understand what is rounding. Okay. Which of these numbers does not round to 0.50 to decimal values? This is the same problem as we have done in the previous one, but this is going to be a decimal value. Okay. So two decimal places means this is the two decimal place. First decimal place after the decimal is 4. Second one is 9. Okay. So we have to check the next digit, which is lesser value. So it's going to be 0.49. Whereas 5 6 in this the value is going to be rounded up. So first it is getting rounded up to the ninth place, so the ninth value will become 10, so the value will move to the next digit, that is the 10th place, so it will move up to 0.50. So this is one other example where I want to show whenever the number we are adding up is going to be a 0, right? So it's like a normal addition, 0.49. In that place we want to add a value of 1, right? So that means then there will be a carryover 5, right? So that way I just want to show you what happens when such situation comes. Okay, next is 1 2. I'm doing the second decimal place, so value is lesser, so it's going to be 0.50. In this I have to check this, round this value, check this value, so it is lesser than, so it's 0.50. What the question is, which of these numbers does not round to 0.50? So the first one is the option which doesn't get rounded to 0.50 to the two decimal places. I hope all these examples have given a variety of rounding understanding. Okay, if you have any doubts with any questions, you can put it in the comment section. I'll try to work out on that. And please share these videos with your friends, subscribe the channel, and thank you for watching. See you.